Hey everyone, it's Ruta Mittal here. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to create a legitimate career as a marketing freelancer in 2021 and beyond so that you can get more freedom income wise, location wise, and time wise. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure to do it below so that you get notified for all our future videos. I tend to create a lot of content about marketing, freelancing, and growing your online business. So first of all, before we get started, let me talk a little bit about why I'm an expert on this topic and why you should pay attention to this video so that you can become a successful freelancer in 2021. So I quit my corporate job as a software engineer 4 years ago, and I quit my job because I wanted more freedom, location-based freedom, time-based freedom, and even income-based freedom. I wanted to make more and work less, and that is not always possible in a job. So I quit my job, and I was clueless back then about what I would do to pay my bills. But I figured out that freelancing would be the right path for me, so I taught myself marketing skills, high-paying marketing skills. I taught myself marketing with a lot of books, courses, etc. And I was able to learn high-paying skills. And then after learning those skills, I was able to offer them to clients all across the world. So I used to work with clients from the US, UK, Canada, etc. And I used to help them with social media management, launching Facebook ads, launching sales funnels, email marketing, essentially getting them leads and sales as a business owner, because that's really the bread and butter of a business. If you don't have leads and sales, your business will not survive. So I was able to make 6 figures in income in the first 2 years, so about 100,000 US dollars, which essentially means a 6-figure freelancer, when I was offering all of those services as a freelancer. So from being a 6-figure freelancer as a sole freelancer, like I was the only one doing it, I was the only one working with clients, I had no team, no nothing, I didn't have an agency model back then, to now where we have like 4 full-time team members and we are on $1 million run rate. We have like smashed all revenue goals, and I'm so grateful to be able to share this information with you, because it's been a long journey. Like from me starting out to quitting my job to here has been a 4-year-long journey. So I want to share some of my mistakes. I want to share some of my strategies and tips for you guys to get started as a successful freelancer. So firstly, let's talk about why someone should consider becoming a freelancer. If you are a corporate employee and you are not liking the vibe of working for someone else, or working for the weekends, or working for long hours, or your pay is stuck at a certain level and you cannot break through that barrier, then you can consider freelancing to supplement your income, or you might start freelancing right now to do it with your job side by side. And then when you are comfortable with the income that you're making, you can quit your job and become a full-time freelancer. If you are a college graduate and want to make some money on the side, freelancing is perfect for you. If you are a stay-at-home mom who might have had to take a career break and you want to restart because you're like, oh, I want to work, I cannot just sit at home, then freelancing is perfect for you. So today in this video, let me cover the 3 things that you need as a freelancer to be successful, to be profitable, to ensure you have consistent income happening from your freelancing efforts. Number 1 is the right mindset. Now, a lot of people want to become a successful freelancer, but unfortunately they don't have the right mindset. But the good news is that the right mindset can be learned. So you might have the right skills and you might also be finding clients, but you might not be able to manage the clients or scale your business. And it all comes down to the mindset to find quality clients who value your services, and not like who are like micromanaging you or messaging or emailing you 10 times a day or calling you in the middle of the night. That is not going to help you. You will be burnt out pretty soon if you work with such clients. So I want to advise you to find quality clients who know your worth, who are quality business owners themselves. Like they are busy in their own work rather than they have the time, all the time in the world to micromanage you and your work. you should have the mindset to say no to toxic clients. For example, you can't always make out that a client is going to be toxic or something like that. But when that happens, have the abundance in your mind to let go of those clients. Remember that there are so many clients out there. Other clients are going to value your work and value your services and are going to be happy to pay you your charges. So you don't need to suffer through and work with toxic clients. Implement the strategy of abundance, that there is so many more clients out there, there's so much money out there to be made, and you don't have to suffer through necessarily in freelancing. Let me give you a pricing advice. Do not charge too low, even as a beginner. So I really advise my students at Marketing Accelerator to charge their worth. So even as a beginner, you should be charging your worth. Like, you should definitely work with 2 or 3 clients for free in exchange for testimonials. But once you have those testimonials, start charging, and don't charge too low, like $5 an hour, $10 an hour. You can easily start charging $300 a month or $500 a month or even $750 a month as a Facebook ads freelancer, as a sales funnel freelancer, as an Instagram freelancer. So all of these skills are high paying. They are some of my favorite skills. These are some of the skills that helped me make 6 figures as a freelancer. The thing about pricing is, if you charge too low, the client is not just investing their money with you, they are also investing their time and energy with you. So if you charge too low, they'll be thinking, oh, this person doesn't even value their services, doesn't even know their own self-worth. So why should I trust them? So if you charge too low, clients will think that, and when they think that, they're gonna say no, or they're gonna ghost you. They are not gonna even give you an answer. So don't charge too low. So many of my students have told me that when they were charging low, they were barely getting any clients. But once they raised their prices, once they started charging their worth, like, they started getting clients. And guys, it's a numbers game. Like, if you wanna make $5,000 per month, you just need 5 clients at $1,000 a month to make that amount. However, if you're charging like $200 per client, then you do the math. It's like you will have to work with so many clients in a month as a solo freelancer, and you don't have a team. So, and even if you had a team, you would have to pay them. So that's why it's also important to charge high and work with less amount of clients, so that you have your own sanity, your peace of mind, and you only work with quality clients who actually value your services. The second part is skills. Learn lucrative skills which are in demand in today's industry and which are high paying, not like SEO or blogging or content writing or Excel management or admin tasks. No, nothing like that. Things which actually move the needle in your client's business. Things which actually solve a huge problem that your clients are facing. When you solve a big enough problem, you get paid the big money. Okay, so again, choosing skills and niching down is so important if you want to be successful as a freelancer. Because the tips I'm giving you, I don't want you to get like just 1 or 2 clients. I want you to have consistent income with freelancing. So for me, my favorite skills are sales funnels, because you definitely need a sales funnels, whether it's any kind of business, for you to get autopilot leads and sales. So sales funnels for sure is an important skill. I would highly recommend that you get started with the 2 books from Russell Brunson, .com Secrets and Expert Secrets, to get started in this. My students go through these books and they have so much more confidence to deal with funnels and to launch funnels after reading those books. So go through that. Another one of my favorite skills is Facebook advertising, because Facebook has about 2 billion monthly active users, more than that, but 2 billion monthly active users right now. So when you have the power to advertise in front of billions of people, like any business which is there, you can find their ideal audience on Facebook. So when you help businesses find their ideal audience online on Facebook, it's a win-win for both the business wins and the audience wins, because they get what they are looking for online. So that's why Facebook advertising is so powerful. Also, Instagram and WhatsApp is owned by Facebook, so you can just imagine how like Facebook is literally ruling right now, and anyone can get started with Facebook advertising. However, you do need the right guidance, because if you just get started with watching random videos, your account may get banned, or you might be breaking policies, or you might be ruining your reputation with Facebook. So you do need a lot of guidance with Facebook advertising. However, it's definitely not complicated to get started. Another one of my favorite skills is Instagram marketing. I was able to grow from 400 followers to about 150,000 followers in the last 2.5, 3 years, because I know how to write content that converts, how to create stories that convert, how to run strategic ads so that I'm able to grow my following consistently, and not just grow my following, but grow my leads and grow sales for my business consistently. So for me, learning these three skills has been life-changing, and I highly recommend that you focus on learning those skills. If you're looking for, where should I learn those skills from, then consider Marketing Accelerator Academy, which is my online academy teaching you all those skills. Plus, we also teach you how to work with premium clients all across the world. I would also advise you not to become a jack of all trades. Like, don't try to learn SEO and Twitter and LinkedIn and Pinterest and Facebook and Instagram and funnels and emails, and don't try to learn all the things. Like, focus on 2-3 skills that you know are gonna be high paying, which I've already told you which ones are they, so you don't need to rack your mind figuring out what the high paying skills are. But don't try to learn everything. Like, people do not hire generalists, they hire specialists. Specialists make more money, they can charge more money, and they tend to have more fun because they get to pick their clients and choose only quality clients to work with. So when you also choose your niche, you will be able to work with 5 clients in the same niche. And when you start working with 5 clients in the same niche, you will be getting testimonials from all 5 of them. Now, the next time you're searching for clients, your portfolio and your testimonials will speak for themselves, because now you're a master of that niche. So anytime you want to find new clients, you just go to that niche, start finding clients, and everyone will be impressed with your results because you have 5 testimonials in that niche. So that's how you find your niche and stack your wins and grow really, really fast as a freelancer. Number 3, how and when to look for clients. So I highly recommend you build a portfolio before looking for clients, because your clients will be asking for prior experience. Now, as a newbie, obviously you don't have prior experience, which is a catch-22 situation, which is a vicious cycle. So I'll tell you how you get out of that. You build a portfolio. So you don't need to spend on a fancy website or anything like that. You just build a portfolio on canva.com, and you basically work with 3 clients for free. You give them a free trial for 2 weeks, work with them in exchange for a testimonial. So you get 3 testimonials that you can put in the portfolio, and then you can use that portfolio to get more clients. Now, where do you get clients? You can use Facebook groups to get clients, entrepreneur groups, business owner groups, or you can use referrals. Like, if you have friends, you can ask them that, I'm launching this freelancing business. If you know of anyone who is looking for marketing services, recommend me to them. So you can definitely ask for referrals. And actually, when you start getting your first 1 or 2 paid clients, you can also ask them for referrals. You can say, if any of your friends are looking for marketing services, you can refer me to them, and you basically pay the client 10% of the fees, just like a referral bonus. So they are also motivated to refer you to their friends, and it's a win-win situation for both you and for them. Another favorite way of mine to get clients and sales is by building a strong personal brand. And that's why, again, Instagram marketing is so powerful, because Instagram is the best place to build a personal brand right now. Yes, even in 2021. And if you have been waiting and thinking, I'm not sure if I want to put out content, I'm shy, I'm not confident enough to go on video. You guys, you have to know video is so powerful. So when you keep putting out high quality content, especially in the form of videos and stories and things like that, it builds a connection. Like, you are watching me right now and we have a connection. So your prospective clients will build a connection with you. And when they are looking for, I want to hire someone for Instagram, who will they think of? You, because you have been putting out quality content day after day after day on Instagram itself. So that's how prospective clients like to find you, and then you can network with them on the DMs, get them on a discovery call, and then convert them over there. Alright, you guys, so these were my 3 best strategies for becoming a successful freelancer in 2021 and beyond. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. What was your best number 1 takeaway? Comment down below and let me know. And of course, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.